Today we are back again to get the AFL creators to predict the 2025 AFL season, game by game. Okay. I'll address the elephant in the room. Yes, it may be round 4, but I can assure you that all the creators made all of these predictions well before the start of the AFL season. Now let's quickly take a look at how the creators went last year in 2024. The sad thing is, right, even with a blind ladder, they still outperform my predictions point-wise. For fuck's sakes. So how this will work is that each creator will have an individual round to predict games during this season, with there being a total of 25 creators in total. Now, none of the creators are going to have any clue at any stage of this video where any of the teams are currently sitting due to the ladder being hidden. Then, of course, at the end of it all, we'll have a look at what the final ladder looks like for 2025 and how much better it'll probably be compared to my real one. Now, hindsight is a funny thing, so I'm sorry to those creators I got on to predict up until round 3. Hopefully, you guys don't hate me too much. Now, starting off the season, the unfortunate bearer of opening round, on channel debut that is, the man from the grubs on Sportsbet and one of the biggest Swans fans out there, we have Tommy Flanners.
It is a huge one, Cardman. Great to be here on the channel. I'll be, of course, going with the mighty Schwannies to roll the Hawks. Let's say 4 goals, 25 points. Giants are usually tough to beat at Engie. They beat Collingwood up there last year. I reckon Collingwood won't like that. Yeah, I'm backing the Pies by under 10 points. I'll give Pies by 9 points.
Can't lie, it's a little unfair on Flanners when we already know the results. But hey, he might redeem his predictions as we'll join back from him later on as he predicts the other 2 rescheduled opening round games. Alright, let's get on to round 1 and we have it checkers from Marmalade. Where's Shrey? What's he up to right now?
He's in bed, but nothing out of the ordinary there. I can actually hear him coughing in the background. That's him in bed. Carlton are going to win in front of a massive crowd by 15 points. I think Richmond will be a little bit competitive.
In front of 80,009 people. Watch them celebrate at the G.
On the Friday, we have Hawthorn and Essendon.
Hawthorn, Watto kicks 5 and they win by 40 points.
Then we move to GMHBA with Geelong taking on Fremantle.
Geelong at home by 22 points. Brisbane by 30. Trey's in the background, but he's not in any state to come on the camera. Dogs by 25. Collingwood by 2 points.
Adelaide Saints.
Alright,
bring him in.
He's here. He's just woken up.
Sorry, boys.
Yes.
Adelaide versus St Kilda.
Crows by 400.
No, you can go back to bed. St Kilda by 16 points.
Melbourne v GWS.
Melbourne by 24.
And the final game for round 1 is West Coast and Gold Coast.
Gold Coast by 45.
And to cop the brunt of round 2, one of the best fan channels going around, we brought in Terry from Blue Abroad. Carlton Hawthorn on the Thursday.
Redemption, mate. The last time the Blues played the Hawks, it was a terrible day out for Carlton. This is redemption. Let's go Carlton by 21. I just struggle to see how Collingwood lose many games at the MCG this year. To be honest, I'll go the Pies by a lot. The Pies by 37. Let's go Essendon by 4 points.
Port Adelaide v Richmond.
Yeah, you can keep it right there. Port Adelaide by 122. You know what? Saints by 11.
I love that.
Brisbane by 48.
North Melbourne v Melbourne. Now this is interesting because that marble. D's don't like this ground.
But the D's will win by 14 points. This is gonna be Freo by 19 points.
Massive clash on probably a Thursday or Friday night. So we've got the Bombers and the Power. I think the Power play Marvel quite well. I'm going to tip the Power by 22.
Their first win of the year for the Bombers.
Okay, I'll stop being mean. That's the last time I'll be able to make that joke anyways.
Yeah, I think the Blues get this done quite comfortably. I'm going to tip the Blues by 30 odd points.
You big on the Blues?
Yeah, why not?
A memorable come from behind victory.
Okay, I know I said that was it. But Caden, what is wrong with you?
Well, I think we've beaten the Suns 16 times in a row. So,
really?
Given the history at the MCG, go the D's by 25. No, look, I'm really inspired by the youngsters from the Tigers. I think they can rejuvenate the list. No, I'm taking the piss. I think the Saints will get that one done by about 35. I'm feeling the Giants are going to be strong this year. I'll go the Giants by about 15.
Adelaide and North.
And I'm going to tip an upset. The Roos are going to win away by 8 points. I think the Dockers are going to be strong this year, so I'm going to have to tip them by, I reckon, yeah, about that margin, 25-ish.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Tommy needs to give us a prediction for Brisbane v Geelong.
Geelong, I've got some question marks over this year, so yeah, I reckon Brisbane maybe 15 points.
All right, now it's time to go through round 4, and I've got a massive Pies fan. First time on the channel in Swoop Luke, and I've given him the biggest game to start things off for round 4. Collingwood and Carlton.
First time, long time. This game is absolutely massive. Look, I'm obviously very biased, and I'm going to go the Pies. I might have Carlton supporters come for me, but I have Carlton dropping out of the 8. I've got us by about 22 points.
All right, next up we have Geelong, Melbourne at GMHBA.
It's Geelong all the way.
Yeah.
Geelong all the way. I reckon by about 33 points. I've got Gold Coast here by 15 points.
Richmond and Brisbane at the MCG.
Oh, mate, if Brisbane aren't winning this by 45 points, if I think it's going to be a blowout, then it's 60 plus points. It has to be. Go North by 8 points here. I don't know why. Just a really weird feeling in my stomach. No, this is a 55-point win to the Giants.
The battle of the non-logos, Port Adelaide and St Kilda.
Yeah, I'm going to go Saints here by 12 points.
You're my man.
I do like the Bulldogs, but you can't really tip against the Dockers at Optus. A couple of goals, go 16 or 17 points here.
With the Crows kicking off gather round in round 5, I of course had to get Eddie Munro on for his predictions. Adelaide Geelong, what are we feeling for this one?
Oh, well, the Crows do play well at home. Cats are a hard team, but I'm going to give the Crows a narrow win. I've got a good feeling about this year, so I'm going to go, Crows by 2 goals. Half everyone's going Collingwood there, but I reckon Swans by, we'll go 10. I reckon, Suns will go 38 points. I'll give Carlton a win, of course, but we'll go maybe 20 points. I'm going to go Dogs for an upset. We'll go by a goal.
Melbourne Essendon.
Probably not the big matchup, but I'll go Melbourne by 18. Freo will go 70 points.
All right, Saints Giants. I don't care what you say here. You can be honest.
I'm pretty high on the Giants this year, to be honest. I reckon I'll pick them for my flag. Yeah, I'll have to pick the Giants here. We'll go 20 points. We'll go Port, just at home. Port by 25.
We get our first chance to take a break and look at the ladder. No surprise, Brisbane on top, but look at that. The top 6 all have 4 wins, 1 loss. Melbourne are in there. St Kilda. Bloody Carlton. What's going on? Bottom 2, we got West Coast, Richmond with no wins. That's not surprising.
Let's go Brisbane by 15.
I back that. North Melbourne, Carlton. They're going to be kicking all the goals for the kids.
All the goals for the All the Goals channel.
Carlton by 55, I reckon.
50, 55. I reckon Andrew Emble's going to come back from retirement and get best on ground in this game. Eagles by 1.
By 1, you reckon?
Well, but
I reckon Melbourne will win this.
I reckon it's going to be
I
a
reckon
draw.
it'll be a draw.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Hey, that's why we have great chemistry. I can make cases for both teams winning this, but...
Mate, you can make a case for any fucking team. Yeah, I reckon Giants by about...
The big sound, I reckon they're going to win by 39 points.
39 he's gone with. Have you gone with 39?
On the Gold Coast with their amazing new logo, according to some people. And Chris Wormington made an Instagram reel about it, so I'm going to tip them.
What the actual fuck have Gold Coast gone and produced right there?
31 points. 35 is my lucky number, so we're going to go Sydney by 35. I agree. Pat is going to go home in tears because Western Bulldogs will win by 100 points.
Funny you say that because I reckon St Kilda will win by 100 points.
Well, then, you know what? It's all for a video. Let's go St Kilda by 100 points. Oh, Geelong by
200, 239 to... Yeah, I back 85.
It's a high-scoring game.
Oh, far out. Jesus Christ. Well, it's round 7. We have Cooper Gresh.
I believe in Scoots.
Melbourne v Richmond for the first game.
Well, Richmond will finish dead last and won't win a game very likely, and probably haven't won a game at this point, so I'll go Melbourne by 23, but doesn't mean they'll be any better.
All right, so we got one of the bigger games here, obviously, Anzac Day.
Well, the Pies bring in Dan Houston, Tim Membry and Harry Perriman. They're winning so easily here, 45 points. Because it's in Perth, I'll go the Dockers by 15 points. If every team will tip St Kilda, this might not be the one. So I'll go Brisbane by 5 points to surprise people.
That is a massive surprise, I'm not going to lie. Port Adelaide take you on North Melbourne.
The Power will win by 36 points.
Hopefully Bond's back for this game.
Yeah, you wish. He might be. He's good good player. So is Adam Treloar. The Giants are going to win solely because of the recent Scrooge medalist, Tom Green. 22 points.
Gold Coast taking on Sydney.
Ooh, I'm going to go the Swans in this one, despite it being up on the Gold Coast by, let's go, 5 points.
Carlton, Geelong at the MCG.
St Kilda like being both these sides, as you would know, but I'm going to go Carlton by 5 points. Hopefully their players are back by then too.
And your favourite side, Hawthorn, Hockball, taking on West Coast.
I'll go Hawthorn by 10 points purely because of Tom Barras and Josh Battle.
Give us a good Hockball.
No chance in hell.
All right, we're moving to round 8, and we have a familiar face you guys might remember from back in the heyday. Young King Cookson, how we going?
Yeah, I'm good, Cardi. I'm happy to be here. It's been a while.
Started with round 8, and you've got your own team playing in this one. Can you believe it? North on a Thursday.
Never thought I'd see the day. I'm not sure. We're young, but there's a lot of potential in our list. I'm going to go North by 4 points. Harry Sheasler after the siren. It would be rude of me not to tip the Sainers on the Cardman channel. What's his Marvel on Friday night? I'll back the Sainers by 25, just because of the stadium. Yeah, Dogs by 40. Adelaide, Carlton, at Adelaide Oval, we'll go the Crows. They usually get the jump on Carlton there. We'll go Crows by 15.
All right, you got a big game here. Collingwood, Geelong at the MCG.
I'll go Collingwood. I just think they love big games. 4 or 5, I reckon. Oh, geez. Well, didn't Harley Reid put on a bit of a clinic last time these two teams played? I think he kicked, goal of the year and had like 2 fend-offs on Clary and Petrarca. Just because of what I saw last year, I'll go Eagles by 5 goals, 30 points.
Sucked in, Dosso.
I'll tip a draw for this one, and wouldn't that be amazing if that comes off? I'll take the Tigers. Oh, no, I was going to say I'll take the Tigers, but they're going to be awful, aren't they?
It's not 2019 anymore.
The Hawks are going to be really good, aren't they? Oh, we'll go Hawthorn by 50. Isn't that a long way from tipping the Tigers? What do they call this one? The Q Clash.
The Q Clash, yeah.
But I'm going to go the Suns by 25 points.
Alrighty, we're moving on to round 9, and we've actually got a guest, Blaze 17, in the flesh for this one. So, yeah.
In person, it's going to be the best one.
Carried away.
All right, here we go. Dockers, Collingwood. I reckon Freo is my dark horse call for the flag. I reckon they're going to win nearly all their games at home. Dockers by 20.
Fuck you.
No, I actually don't think Carlton are going to be good. I actually think St Kilda will win this. Saints by 4.
We always win at the G.
I actually reckon this will be an upset. I reckon even though they're at home, it's still an upset. Essendon by 30. Dogs by 100.
If you're getting Dogs by 99.
Yeah, Dogs by 99.
And people watched this back at the end of the year, and just let me know in the comments how far off Blake was in that for that one.
Adelaide by 17. This could be like the Spoon Cup. Can we go a draw? Is draws allowed?
Yeah.
A draw. We'll say a draw. I think Giants bet them last year. They don't often lose back-to-back at home, multiple years in a row. Cats by 10. Okay. This is at Bell Reef. Is this down in Perth?
No, it's Tassie.
Fuck. Fuck. It doesn't matter. Brisbane anyways. By, 30. Yeah.
Alrighty, we're moving to round 10, and we've got Northey for the first time in the series. He's going to start things off for Gold Coast Hawthorn, I think Indigenous round.
Where's it at? Marara Oval. Where is Marara Oval? Where's Marara? I don't know where that is.
I think we've established one thing for certain. AFL creditors have no idea where any of the AFL stadiums are whatsoever. Bellreeve is Tassie. Marara is Darwin.
It's not that bloody hard.
I reckon it'll be close because Gold Coast have a way of playing it. I'd say 15 Hawthorn.
Next up, it's got Sydney, Carlton, SCG.
Sydney 10, I reckon. Collingwood 30. Geelong 20.
GWS Freo.
Oh, this is a really tough one. GWS by goal, I reckon. Dogs, Essendon. I'm going to go Bombers 2 goals. Oh! Yes! Come on! I can actually say my team and not feel bad.
Yeah, you can say your team and not feel like a wanker.
Yeah, North Melbourne 50. Let's go.
Brisbane, Melbourne.
Brisbane 40.
Brisbane 40. And surely I've been let off here with a win. Surely.
I want to say that a lot of people have said not to St Kilda. No, I'll give it to you. You can have them. You can have St Kilda 3 goals.
3 goals. You know what? That's better than a loss, that's for sure. Taking another break here after round 10. Looking at the ladder. How are the Saints second? I can't lie. That shouldn't be the case. Carlton shouldn't be in the 4. Melbourne certainly shouldn't be in the 8. As we take a look at some surprising spots outside the 8. Wow. Hawthorn 13th. Adelaide 14th. And Richmond, they're yet to pick up a win. All right, we'll now move on to round 11, and we've got Sirens on for the first time in this series, and he's starting things off with his team, the Cats, taking on the Bulldogs.
Oh, normally against the Doggies, it's either we're really good or really bad, but honestly, I think we can get a dunk in your park, so I'm going to tip the Cats in this one. Cats by 19, I reckon.
Move on to another big game. You got the Dream Team at the G Clash, Essendon Richmond.
Oh, that's a massive clash for sure, but I still reckon the Bombers will win this one. Richmond just in that rebuild stage. So I've got the Bombers by 24 points, 12:35 for a Docklands game. You don't see it very often nowadays. Probably the Giants for this one, I reckon. Go Giants by about 10 points. I reckon I'm going to go with the Hawks. Just with the Lions' luck of the MCG, as of late, I reckon Hawthorn will run away with this one by 18. Pretty easy one there. Collingwood will get away with that one and comfortably by about 43 points.
I don't know why there's no Port logo there. I've never seen that before. Freo v the clip art of the Port logo.
I reckon Freo will get the job done at home, so I reckon 16 points. Adelaide will run away easy by about 35. I'm going to back in the D's here, actually. I'm going to go with Demons win it by a goal.
And St Kilda v Gold Coast. This might be the worst and last game of the round.
I'll back in the Saints for this one at home. St Kilda by 22 points.
Now as we head to the midway point for round 12, Roaming has decided to give his predictions without getting on the call.
Okay, Cardman 22 fans, I've got your predictions for round 12s, and they're going to go a little something like this. I've got the Lions by 25, I've got the Hawks by 14, the Suns by 6, GWS by 112, the Swans by 13, the Saints by 34, and the Eagles by 3. Go well, lads.
Blink, and you would have missed those predictions. But for round 13, we've got arguably one of my most favourite upcoming content creators. We had to get him on, the Stat Chat lads.
It's good with the stats, no good with the predictions. What do you got, Cardi?
Start off at the Marvel Stadium, Bulldogs Hawthorn on a Thursday night.
I'm leaning towards the Doggies here.
I'll go with you, mate, because
Yeah.
you are a weapon in our trivia. So I think Doggies, and I think it's close.
5 points.
Next up, we have Adelaide, Brisbane at the Adelaide Oval.
I'm not big on the Crows this year, mate.
No, I completely agree.
I don't like people losing their jobs, but I think Nix is in serious danger. Friday night, this could be the tipping point because the Lions are going to win this by 5+ goals.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that at all.
Bookmark it, round 13.
Let's go 34.
25.
I might swerve in that corner, whoa, whoa.
Now, this could be ugly. Richmond, Sydney.
It's not could be ugly, Cardi. It will be ugly.
We're going 120. 120 point margin.
If it was at the SCG, I reckon it'd be 150+.
Yeah.
Look away, Richmond fans. This might be the biggest margin of the video. 120. Next up, we have Geelong Gold Coast at GMHBA.
You like the Suns?
If there was a guy that likes the Suns out
True.
there on YouTube, it is me. I don't like him at GMHBA.
Nah, they can't get it down. I'm thinking reasonably close, but maybe the Cats break away at the end, so I'm thinking maybe 26 points.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Our man Tazza, regular contributor on our trivia channel, he's a Port man, so we're not picking Port.
No way. Purely based on that, so we're going the Giants here, 17 points.
Yep.
And your Eagles against North in Bunbury for the first time. This is going to be a battle of the Titans.
Eagles are winning this.
Eagles are winning.
I have to pick the Eagles in this.
Yeah, in a close one, nail biter.
2-1. Carlton by 35. Bad day to be a Dogs fan.
We have a big finish, at least in terms of spectacle. Melbourne, Collingwood, King's birthday.
I don't like Melbourne this year.
Pies all the way. 41, we'll lock it in.
41.
I'm going to go with the Doggies here, 22-point win.
Hawthorn, Adelaide in Tassie.
Hawks always hard to look past in Tassie, aren't they? It's like their home ground. So let's go with 14-point Hawk win. You know what? I'm going to buck the trend here. I'm going to go Kingsley Masterclass. 7-point GWS win. You know what? I'm hot on the Cats this year. I think no one talks about them. I'm going to go with a Cats dominant 30-point win.
North and Freo at Optus.
I'm going to go with Freo 38. I'm going to go with form Adelaide in Adelaide. 20-point Port Adelaide win.
And your Blues take on West Coast at Optus.
It's our second home is WA. We do like it there. Blues by 34.
And making his return again, massive Port fan Anthony the Pair gives us his predictions ahead of round 15.
Freo will get the job done. Let's do 12. Geelong by 10.
Next up we have Carlton and North at the MCG.
I'm still backing the Blues.
Yep.
By 10.
Port Adelaide and Sydney.
Port by 30.
Collingwood Saints, Marvel Stadium.
I'm sorry, mate, but the Pies by 13. Let's go the Suns. Bit of an upset. Yeah, Suns by 5.
This would also be an upset if you want the Tigers in this one. Bulldogs, Richmond.
Most of the Tigers should be over the age of 18 at that point, so I'm still going to tip the Dogs by about 20.
It's time now for another ladder check, this time for round 15. The Giants have a 2-win gap on top of the ladder. As you can see, there's a bit of a logjam between 4th and 13th, with only 3 wins separating. Suns and the Blues are fighting for the 8. The Saints have sort of started to fade down a little bit, and Port Essendon, they're doing even worse than West Coast. All right, let's move to round 16, and we're joined by UCAT, the man that got the worst prediction in last year's video with Melbourne Freo.
Melbourne by 85. I've just got that itch that we're going to get absolutely battered. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
But we've got Collingwood West Coast at Marvel.
Crows by 41. Gold Coast win big there, 52.
Sydney v Bulldogs at the SCG.
Oh, this will be closer. I'm going to go Swans by 4. Hawthorn by 48.
Port Adelaide Carlton and the Adelaide Oval.
Port Adelaide by 22.
I always screw myself over here. I'm not even kidding. Freo St Kilda at Optus. I'll probably go to this game with
at
you.
Optus as well. Like, you know who I'm going to pick. Freo by 21.
I had no chance with this one. We start with Geelong Richmond at GMHBA.
Ooh, that's a tough one, mate. It's a tough one. It's a tough one because it could be an absolute hammering to like a record margin. But I think it's going to be Geelong by maybe 86.
Saints Hawks. This is actually a big one.
Damn. Round 17, it's not early in the season, so by then our injuries will hopefully be fine. I'm going to go Saints by 1 point.
North Melbourne v the Western Bulldogs at Marvel.
I think this is going to be closer than what people think. You know what? I'm going to go an upset. I don't rate the Dogs this year. I'm going to go North by 15.
I like that call. Give North a win.
This time I'm going to go Essendon by 10. I think last year you gave me a massive round as well. So this is 2 years in a row.
Yeah, you've got another one.
I'll play it safe on this one. I'll go Pies by 19. I'm going to go Sydney by 21. I'll just go Adelaide. They're always pretty good at Adelaide Oval. So Adelaide by 17.
And I believe this is the last of the round. West Coast and the Giants at Optus.
You know what? I think the Eagles are going to be okay. This is going to be a ridiculous call, but Eagles by 5.
I was going to say that's going to anger a lot of people in the comments, but there aren't Giants fans watching this, so you'll be all right.
I was going to say, yeah, if I'm going to take a pot shot, I might as well do it with the team with no fan base.
So we'll move now to round 18, and we've got Alana, big on TikTok, is over 100k. Let's see if she
Hey guys.
if she's good at predicting. Start off with GWS v Geelong at Sydney Showground, NG Stadium.
Giants by 11.
Bulldogs v
Crows.
Adelaide. Oh, we need a reason. You can't just say the Crows for no. You've got to give a reason.
Firstly, I'm going to be there. I'll be at Ballarat.
Not a reason
And-
that they'll win though.
Well, I am the lucky charm. Crows by 3.
Crows by 3.
And guess who's going to kick the winning goal?
Rochelle.
Yeah.
Next up we have Saints Sydney. We beat them last year. You got to remember that. We did beat them last year.
Swans.
Swans aren't going to be good this year.
By 21.
Carlton v Brisbane at Marvel.
It's going to be a draw. I feel like North aren't going to be that bad. North by 8.
Richmond v Essendon at the MCG.
Essendon by 36. I have a feeling that Nick Dacos is going to get injured in this. Suns by 18.
Port Adelaide v West Coast.
Eagles by 100. Freo by 1 point.
Freo by 1. That's as close as you can get.
Look, unfortunately for you, I reckon the Cats will get up here at home. They're too strong, so I'll go Cats by 14.
I'm not going to get angry. That's one where I'll be okay with.
I'll say the Giants get up in a close game by 4. Carlton Melbourne at the G. This could be a pretty big win, I reckon, for the Blues. I don't think the D's are going to have the greatest of years. I'll actually say Blues by 19. I'm going Freo at the G. I'll be here. Oh, I reckon I'm actually going to back us in here. I'll go Freo by, let's say, 12. I'll go Sydney by, 36. Dogs, Brisbane at the Gabba. That's going to be a good game, but I think the Lions will be too strong at home. I'll go Brisbane by 17.
Hawthorn v Port Adelaide. This is in Tassie.
I'll go Hawks get up by 7 points.
Adelaide v Gold Coast.
This is where it's really going to hurt them. I'll go Crows by 59. West Coast, Richmond at Optus. I'll go West Coast by about 29, I reckon.
From this point onwards, we'll no longer be showing the ladder. So this is what the ladder looks like after round 19. We've got the Giants on clear on top of the ladder with the Lions, Hawks and the Swans in the top 4. A big battle between that 8 spot with Geelong even, Collingwood, Adelaide, Saints. How the hell are West Coast 12th? And Port Adelaide 14th? Where have I seen that prediction before?
Kicking things off for the final stretch of rounds, we've got the Carlton Besties for round 20.
This is hard because it's like round 20.
No, I think Giants are going to win. Like
Really?
Yeah. Sydney are finished.
I'll back you up.
No, I was going to say like 18, like 3 goals.
If it was up to me, I'd love to see Geelong lose this just because I don't really like them very much. But I don't think they're going to lose it. I reckon Geelong 34. 5 points.
Choose wisely with this
Melbourne.
one. Saints v Melbourne. Melbourne are declining.
Melbourne by 48 points.
Alright, Essendon v Bulldogs.
I think that the Bulldogs will win this game.
I think the Bulldogs will win too.
Again, I think there'll be one that are like fighting for a spot in the 8.
I reckon like 24 points. You had to give us a game where we have to tip Collingwood, yeah?
Yeah.
You, had
You don't
to do
have
that.
to. You don't have to tip them. We got Richmond,
But we
Collingwood.
want to get everything correct. And unfortunately,
Yeah.
Richmond are probably not winning a single game
True.
this year. And unfortunately,
Yeah.
Richmond are probably not winning a single
True.
game this year.
Collingwood are unfortunately going to win this, but it doesn't matter because they'll probably be like they'll be fighting for like 16th spot by this point in the season. So let's tip Collingwood.
Not a lot. Let's make it a bit embarrassing.
Okay, yeah, 9 points.
And it would be embarrassing if you guys lose this one against Hawthorn.
No,
They make me nervous.
They
Like,
don't make me nervous.
you're a liar.
I think that they had a fluky season last year. Maybe they'll make the 8, but just
You're right. Carlton by 74 points.
yeah,
I think Gold Coast.
I'd do like 12 points. Do you reckon?
Yeah, 13.
Yeah. Adelaide v Port.
Oh, we got that like derby round.
I don't want Port to win. I'd rather Adelaide win it.
Well, so would I, but I think Port's gonna win. Okay, can we do
Adelaide.
the draw for this one?
Yeah, go on.
Ooh.
Be
Another
round.
one?
This is
Yeah.
a derby
How
round.
many?
Freo v West Coast.
Let's do West Coast.
5 points.
Moving on now to round 21, and we've got another first-time feature on the channel in Dylan Alexander.
Oh, thanks for having me on, card man. Thanks for the introduction there. Geelong and Port, it's like you got to go with the Cats there at home. We'll go 5 goals. We'll go 31 points.
Oh, I didn't even plan this. My Saints v your Roos.
North Melbourne fans that watch my content get a little bit irritated sometimes because I can be a bit pessimistic. I just feel like the Saints are going to be so far ahead of us by that stage and they're going to be too good for us. I think you guys will be too good. 24 points. I think West Coast will be absolute dross this year again, so got to go the Ds. We'll go 45 points.
Next up, we have the Western Bulldogs taking on GWS.
I'm still going to back in the Giants. I've got the Giants finishing in and around the top 2 this season. I think they've got a lot of upside. Pretty close one here. I've got 11 points. Another 2 teams I've got in the top 8. Lions by 5 points. Gross. Yeah, Gold Coast by 75. Swans by 17 points.
Adelaide, Hawthorn at the Adelaide Oval. This will be a good game.
I still think Hawthorn probably have it with like Newcomb and Day, Warp, all those kind of guys. I'll go with the Hawks, and I'm pretty hot on them for this season. We'll go Hawthorn by 23 points.
Fremantle taking on Carlton at Optus.
I've got the Blues sliding this year. So,
Yep.
home game for Freo. They are going to smash the Blues here while they travel. I'm going to go 45.
Oh, this one's a bit of a tricky one. Keen to see how the Bombers go this year, but to be honest, it's just hard to go against the Cats at home, so I'll tip them by 15. But I'll go the Giants by 4 goals.
Carlton, Gold Coast at Marvel.
I'll go Carlton this one by 20 points.
Got Richmond and Saints. You better not disrespect the Saints here with this one.
Try not to, but Tigers of the G, they could cause a few upsets next year. Saints should win this one. We'll go them by 19 points. Feel Melbourne in this one, to be honest. They're a team on the down, I reckon, next year for me, but possibly in a bit of an upset by 11 points.
Probably the game they're around. Hawthorn, Collingwood.
Now, I actually did tip this one last year on your video, and I actually got it right in the end.
Another Hawks and Pies upset, go by them by 17.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably continue a bit of the Hawks bandwagon here, so I'll go the Hawkers by 22 points.
This is why I've given you around 22. A bit of a grand final rematch. Lions and the Swans at the Gabba, though.
I'll go with us though. We'll go with a bit of an upset, close one. Go the Swannies by 9. Usually around this stage, the Port do get the wins. Yeah, I'll go with them at home. Tip them. Yeah, close game. Go them by 14. Yeah, I think the Crows. We'll head to Perth and get this one done. We'll go them by 25.
We've got 2 more rounds to go, and we're now on to round 23, and we've got Druzy again like we did last year, and he's going to start off with a shit game of footy, North v Richmond.
I reckon North are actually going to be good this year. I'm going to back North to win that by 4 goals. I'm going to get on the Saints this year for you, Cardi, because I like a lot of your players. I'm going to back the Saints to beat the Dons by 6 points. Yep, the battle of the Western teams. The Dogs are pumping by probably 6 goals. These are 2 teams that I could see sliding this year. I'll say the Blues get it done by 22 points. I'm actually going to back Melbourne here. A bit of an upset by a comfortable 28 points. I reckon GWS get a late winner and win it by 4 points.
Sydney v Geelong at the SCG.
Sydney are always tough to beat at the SCG. I reckon Geelong might be too good here and win by 3 goals.
Next up, we have Adelaide and Collingwood.
Adelaide will be a tough team to beat all year, I reckon. And they get up by 27 points.
And last up, obviously, your Dockers v Brisbane at Optus.
I'm going to back Freo to win by 9 points.
And just like that, we now have 1 more round to go. Round 24, we have Will Taylor and Baz. Now, I accidentally had my mic significantly turned down when recording this. I won't be saying anything. We'll just leave it to Will and Baz.
Well, I'm the same too. Yeah, so's Cardi. I reckon we go Saints by 8 points. Yeah, go 8. North by 3 goals. I like that. So if it was at Mars Stadium, but you're a Dogs man, so I'll... It's Marvel, they'll still be good. Yeah, but Mars Stadium, unbeaten, undefeated at Mars. I'm going to say 20 points, Doggies. Collingwood are going to pants them. Collingwood are going to win by 60. I'm in for a massive upset. Tigers, get over the Cats, knock them out of the 8, Saints in. That's what I'm calling. Tigers by 2 points. We know. Yeah. They don't know. We know. We know. We've been amongst the boys. We literally have a podcast talking about footy. But I'm just saying, remember when Carlton choked? Yep. No, they've done that plenty. And I'd love to see it happen again. Personally, I don't want to see Carlton succeed. Say Carlton by 10. Brisbane by how much? You pick the margin. Brizzy win by 22. I still think Port 3-4 goals. Yeah, I agree. Has anyone tipped the Coasters yet? Okay, fuck them then. Swans win by 8 goals.
Well, after the end of round 24, all of the predictions have now been finished. We have now finally got a final ladder reveal. Oh, shit. Tommy had a tip as well. I'm pretty sure he tipped the Suns, though.
Yeah, Gold Coast usually tough to beat at home, so I'll go Gold Coast, 10 points.
So 18th position. No surprises, it's Richmond. They were lucky enough, honestly, to walk away with 2 wins and a draw. I'd be happy if I was a Richmond fan. In 17th spot, we have Essendon. It's not great. 16th, West Coast with 8 wins. And 15th, Melbourne. 14th, we got North Melbourne. So far, the ladder's looking not too badly. 13th, Port Adelaide. I don't mind that one either. 12th, the Western Bulldogs. 11th, Gold Coast. 10th, Carlton. And just missing out on the finals. In 9th place, we have Adelaide. Okay, now the top 8 is also going to be interesting. We start things off with Collingwood. They just scrape in. I probably think they'll finish a bit higher this year. 7th, Freo. Obviously, heading into the year, everyone's been bullish on Freo. In 6th place, we have Hawthorn. They're always going to be in and amongst the marks. But look at that percentage. I have a feeling I know why that percentage is so low. 5th position, we have the Saints. Hey, look. I didn't make these predictions. Last year, the creators were being pricks to me. Finally, some good karma comes around and they're being a little bit nicer. 4th place, we have Sydney. 3rd place, we have Brisbane. 2nd place, Geelong. And the minor premiers with an 18-4 record, the GWS Giants. Unbelievable stuff. Well, this video, I think, is already long enough. I'm not going to be bothered doing the finals. We'll give it to the flag to the Giants. You know, 18-4. I think they deserve it. Obviously, I couldn't get everyone on. Some didn't reply back to me. If you haven't already as well, go check out the links to all of the creators that were involved in the description. All the links will be down below. Feel free as well if you haven't already to subscribe to my channel. But I definitely want to do more stuff, getting as many creators involved as well. So drop a comment down below of who you want to see in 2026. And we'll see you very soon in my next video.